It's a Manchu. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Finally, we've got the unreliable, and I still hate that name, off the ground, and have the option to go a lot of different places. Got words from Phineas Wells about the next thing we need to do, and before I continue with that, I just want to say that if you watch this video and you like what you see, remember to click the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. After I signed off, I went over into the ship's hold, to the workbench to work on some stuff, and I ran across MOVAVI and had a very lengthy and awkward conversation with her. It ended very awkwardly. Here's what happened. Hey, girlfriend.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
Reed seemed to have it in for you.
I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you're actually good at this, and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
So, didn't you like any of your classmates?
Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches.
That seems kind of silly. I don't know, this is kind of a flirty question, but what did you do in your time off?
As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars.
So, did you build anything fun?
When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now.
I wouldn't be so sure. So after school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
So, did you get much time with him after? When you got back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
So, what do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120. A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Oh, you were listening, Ada. Yeah, that's Ada. It's not intelligent, but it does a good imitation. Actually, no. Ada, how about you not invite yourself into conversations?
Your user preferences have been updated, Captain. In the event we are about to crash into an asteroid, I will remain silent.
Hello. I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
I mean, you should see what she did when I first came in. I was truly impressed. So, what do you think, Pravati? Is it safe to fly now that we've got the regulator?
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Yum. All right. I think it's time to move along, Pravati.
What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it.
Oh God, that's not what I meant. No, never mind. I'm sorry to screw with you. That's not what I meant at all.
Oh, that's a relief. Thanks, Captain, for letting me stick around. I mean...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to screw with you. That was rude. So yeah, sometimes that can happen. When in the dialogue options, you choose an option that's not at all what you thought it was going to say. And yeah, that ended awkwardly. Anyway, before setting the ship down again, I want to see if I can find that special gadget that Phineas Walls told me about. Let's see. This thingy. Holographic shroud. I'll just strap that thing on. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off-limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. So, I have to have the right data cartridge, apparently, in order to pull that off. There's a number of lockers that I can store stuff in. This looks like the locker I probably should use. Hang on. Okay. Stored a few weapons in there for what it's worth. In case I find another companion that I want to give those weapons to. What? Ada has a camera in the captain's quarters?
Captain.
Why is there a camera here? That is just too creepy. You have cameras in all the quarters? Can I look at them? That's really creepy. Examine. So like the spores of a puffball cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. Adelaide. Huh. So wait, is this a gift from Adelaide for helping her out? I don't know, maybe. What's on the terminal? Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Oh, this ought to be good. Let's look. I guess I'll start with unread messages. From you, Bedford. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Wink, wink. Huh. Archive messages. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the way, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad, and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Oh, Udom, honey. That may not work out. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn. Because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Best, Udom. P.S. Please respond. Alex, hello. I hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. I'm sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where his is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Look forward to seeing you again, Wingman. Your dear friend, Udom. Dear Alex, hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope deserves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color. You know, really tie one on. Let me know, your friend Udom. I feel like I read those out of order. Shrink Ray. Note to self, remember this later. No, better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own two eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one. Weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge. But I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. Last time I got sloshed, was imbibing on the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks, and he seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardettes, yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us had heard of one before. Like none of us would have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardettes said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Black market leads. Why? Why? Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of Labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission, or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony? Like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets it, or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Ah, okay. So it looks like I have another lead for something to get in Groundbreaker, a special weapon. That could be cool. Alright, let me wander around the ship a little bit, reorient myself with the place, and then we will try to land somewhere. Ooh, what's this? Hello? There's no response from the automechanical unit. A serial number etched into its chassis includes the letter SAM. Huh. What the heck is this thing? I didn't know I had a robot. This is not a petunia. Petunia the plant. But it's not a petunia plant. It's Petunia the plant. What the piss? Photo of Pravati's father. Stern older man with warm eyes. Oh, that's her dad. Cool. This must be her quarters then, huh? This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margins. Modern steel wrench and you. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Alright, I'll leave it alone. Wow. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since, Pravati. Aw, that's so sweet. This looks like an empty bunk. Oh. You mind if I look at your stuff? Good. The scribblings on these journal pages were utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. Uh-huh. Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have become loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. Huh. Index of Banned Literature. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if there's more books I can recover for him.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged.
Eh, nothing wrong with
What's
that.
occupying your thoughts?
What you reading? What are your thoughts on the Philosophus? Philosophus? Philosophus. Philosophus? I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Huh. Let's talk about your, personal quest.
Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Not quite yet. Maybe later. We'll talk more later. Well, looks like there's room for plenty more crew. There's even a camera on the table. I don't need to take that stuff. I'm not going to. Oh, what's over here? Oh. It's the head. Oh, there is a shower here, too. Oh, the door has a lock on it. There's MOVAVI. I trust that she knows what she's doing with those tools. Alright, I've wandered about. All the doors are open that were closed before. Let's try and navigate back to... What was the place? Groundbreaker? Let's see. Oh, now I understand. See, I thought Groundbreaker was a station on Terra 2. It's not. There's Phineas Labs. There's the Groundbreaker. Let's see. What other places can I go? The closest planet to the Sun. Phasis Mining Company is first to establish outpost here, and as such, it has claimed the planet for itself. Typhon, uninhabitable icy planetoid at the edge of the Halcyon system. Typhon has nothing to offer the Halcyon colony. Huh. That's not suspicious. Hephaestus. That's okay. Skyla? Skyla is one of the largest asteroids orbiting Halcyon. The largest in a grouping of rocks known as the Charybdis Cluster. Say that 3 times fast. I can't say that once fast. Hephaestus Mining once claimed the asteroid, but its prospecting site was abandoned decades ago. Eridanos, Halcyon's second Jovian gas giant. Its atmosphere is rich with hydrogen, helium, and various noble gases. Distillation plants in the atmosphere harvest these gases for energy. Okay. Tartarus. Named after its hellish atmosphere, Tartarus is where the board maintains the maximum security penal complex known as the Labyrinth. Huh. Is that where I need to go ultimately? Yeah, I think so. Monarch, one of Olympian's many satellites, what should have been the Halcyon's second habitable world, has long since been abandoned by the board due to monstrous, ravenous creatures. Olympus, largest of Halcyon's 2 Jovian gas giants. Perpetual storms rack the planet's atmosphere, rendering it uninhabitable. What's this thing here? I can't highlight that. Alright, so I have a few options. Actually, I think I want to go to Phineas Lab, if I can go there. Because I saw that entry about a special shrink ray weapon he has. I wonder if I can get it. Docking bay, yep.
No.
Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you've unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, what about that automechanical in the janitor's closet? What the heck is that thing?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Interesting. Well, I already checked that terminal, but I didn't see any entries about that. I'll have to check it again. I'm in the mood for entertainment? Well, what can you tell me about Halcyon Colony?
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Tell me about Phineas Orbital Lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
Huh. What do you know about this Phineas guy?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
Let's not do that yet.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Oh, you. Oh, you. So why do you say that's rough to land on it?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Well, that's weird. Alright, let me ask you about something else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Tell me about Groundbreaker. That's my next destination.
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
I'm not sure about how to do all that paperwork. Can you take care of that?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
I'm impressed by this AI, by its cognitive ability and its ability to carry on a conversation, but sometimes the sarcasm's a bit much. Thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
So what can you tell me about Groundbreaker, or have I already asked that?
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been rebuilt as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more.
Huh.
Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with station representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Sweet. That was quick, too. Okay, cool. So it's like they turned it into a space station. Neutral territory. Where all of the different companies can gather together and... Never mind. Let's ask about somewhere else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Well, I've been to Terra 2, but what can you tell me about it?
Where in Terra 2?
What do you mean, where in Terra 2? Are there other places besides Emerald Vale and Edgewater?
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
Oh, wow. She's wrathful because her previous captain died there, and she, like, hates the place because it's where Alex Hawthorne died. Should I even ask what you think of the townspeople? Sure, let me ask.
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
Best AI ever. So, speaking of which, how's Edgewater faring since we left it?
Since you diverted power to the deserters, the botanical lab is thriving. However, Emerald Vale's cannery shut down, leading to a total collapse of Edgewater's population. Thank you, Captain.
Man, Ada, you are great. Alright, let me ask about somewhere else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Let's talk about Monarch.
Where in Monarch?
Stellar Bay?
Ah, Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port at Fallbrook.
Wait, it's being blockaded? Why is it being blockaded?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
Interesting. And what about the Smuggler's Port?
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
Oh, rats. Well, I'm going to go communicate with the smuggler, so I might get some more information about that. Let's ask about somewhere else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Alright, let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Is there anything else I can talk
I
about?
have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
Tell me about Captain Hawthorne.
I require a captain to pilot the ship. Without an identified captain or crew, I serve no purpose. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Looks like he's tinkered the crap out of you. I mean, it is impressive, and it was established in that conversation with Parvati that Ada is unique as an AI. I get the impression that most AIs in this universe are, they're like Alexa, where you can ask questions and get a response, but not exactly carry on a conversation. It doesn't have that level of intelligence. And Ada's more sophisticated than that. And in that might be unique. Oh yeah, that's something that I was curious about too. Have there been multiple Dread Pirate Roberts over the years?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
The first man you let inside of you? Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
I'm wondering what options you have for entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Play my favorite song?
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Thanks.
My pleasure, Captain.
Tell me a joke.
My violence inhibitors are a joke. No, really. I only keep them enabled because of how funny they are.
Thank you, Ada. That's fantastic. That's enough for now.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Talk to you later, Ada.
See you soon, Captain.
Awesome. So I got a lead on maybe I can get that robot operational, and it will be something interesting. Let's investigate that robot. Search term Sam. Oh, I had to do a search for it. First Sam result. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical in Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say, a clean, mean, killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part Sud Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat-modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been deployed. Progress set back is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. But I do. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But, good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can, filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop, back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Huh. Roseway, huh? Where the heck is that? Roseway. Let's ask Ada about that.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Never mind.
Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Roseway. Where's Roseway? Shoot. I don't have no idea where that is. Alright, I don't know how to use the holographic shroud. It's like a quest item. Oh, wait! Vicar Max is another companion with me. And he has a perk. Well, shoot. Increase your hack when he's in the party. That's darn useful. More base health. Yeah, let's increase my hack when he's with me. Cool. Okay, so I have another companion now, and actually I'm going to want them to be geared up, so let me take care of that. Equip that for me. Alright, that'll do. Alright. So I got Vicar Max geared up now with a decent weapon. It looks like I can't actually dock there yet, so unfortunately, we're going to have to continue on with our main mission, which is to go to Groundbreaker. So let's do that. Select destination. Okay.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Okay, can we dock?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
How do I dock? Wait. Am I missing something here? I must be missing something. The ship's like there. I'm not near it. How do I dock with it? Did I just like go out the door?
Can we talk?
Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
Okay. What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Yeah, let's head over there now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Nope, I don't think so. This is the option. I wish it would say, see, this says leave conversation. This ought to say in parentheses, dismiss companion, because that's what that means. But no, we're done. Alright, let's go. Transition to Groundbreaker docking bays. I feel like I missed something here, but that's fine.
Good luck,
I do.
Captain.
Thank you. And party selection. For now, let's take Pravati with us. Oh, can I take both of them? Awesome. It may be limited as to how many companions I can have with me. But now there's only 2 companions. Yeah, select up to 2 companions to accompany you. I only have 2 companions possible at this point, so that's fine. That's fine. And here we are. Howdy, folks. Everybody remember where we parked?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
You seem exceptionally calm for the concept that the ship's going to blow up soon. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. People in charge know what they're doing. Let's not steal stuff. I'm just not confident about doing that.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Man, I wish I could remember the name of the character from Firefly that was the engineer, the redhead. And she just had this thing about ship engines. It made her really, really
This half would just
excited.
knock out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
What's that nonsense about?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of an argument.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Heard you knocked somebody out with a tossball stick.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, all right? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
I know the feeling about that. Okay, so what exactly did you do? I'm not going to ask about Rizzo's Rangers because it would make me sound like a total noob.
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
You beat up your foreman? oh boy. So you defend the honor of your team.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Well, that kind of thing happens if you beat up the foreman. Yeah, it sounds like you're better off on your own.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Imagine me wasting my life loading boxes, unloading boxes, watching the ships roll in and take off. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
It is 100% mine. My real name is Alex Hawthorne, and that is my ship. Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never caught your name. I'm Manchu. I'm not going to tell him that. I just told him my name is Alex Hawthorne. Alright, see you around. Interesting character.
Gonna head to Vera's for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
Okay.
Mechanical's all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
I have conflicting priorities right now. I do want to check in with that smuggler, but I also want to help out Parvati. And I was supposed to, like, do some infiltrating and check out the ship manifests with Vicar Max. What's this? More wanted posters. Finis Wells.
That's
Don't know
quite the
him, never seen
impressive
him.
list of infractions.
I found a vending machine. Captain Gunmar McDread. Several counts of public intoxication, destruction of Groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McGreed's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. So they have bounties here, too. There's another Phineas Wells wanted poster. Okay, they have bounty here. Single bounty. Alright, wait a minute. I suppose I should talk to the fence first.
Inspection, right this way.
Let me deal with the vendor first. Board approved, board sponsored. Halcyon. There we go. Light my load a bit there. Howdy, friend.
Identification, please.
Here's my ID, Alex Hawthorne. I'm Alex Hawthorne. That's my name. Here's my identity. Here's my ID. I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
What?
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How do I resolve this? I bet it involves paying you a lot of money, right?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Can you tell me, like, why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great. That's just great. I'll talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
I would mind doing you a favor.
Now, hold on, it'll just take a minute.
What's in it for me?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
What am I, your errand boy? What's her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Alright, I'm not making any promises.
Of course. What am I to you but the guy who's got his eye on your ship? Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, if you have a way to unimpound it, tell me. Should I ask about Gladys? No, not really. I did notice some tension between the board and Groundbreaker. What's that about?
You noticed, huh?
Yeah, you people won't stop talking about it.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Yet your station seems to be in a state of disrepair. What are you doing all the the money you're skimming off the top. Maybe you should spend some of it on maintenance.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
So the board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Oh. Alright, well, thanks for the info, I guess.
Sure thing.
Can you tell me anything about Udom Bentford before I, have to meet them?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
I see. Alright, thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
I'm not really interested in asking you for a job. I'll just be moving on. See you around.
Be seeing you.
Unbelievable. They frickin' impounded my ship. Annoying. Would this be rude? Would I get in trouble for this? Hang on. Rivals. Cleo Freighter hauling tobaccorn. Rizzo Freighter hauling purpleberry. Everything dues paid. Freelancer. Possibly sublight. Freelancer definitely sublight. Dues waived. Unreliable. Business unknown. Impounded. Hawthorne ship, but no Hawthorne. Wonder what happened there. So they know I'm not Hawthorne? Man. Departures. Sublight Freelancer. Deadbeat at the Rest and Go insisted once again that he's part of the crew, but they acted like they didn't know him. Spacer's Choice Freighter delivered Callahan's new mask. Huh? This is a joke, right? I'm forwarding this around the station and no one thinks you're real. And if you are, welcome to Groundbreaker, asshole. Aren't fit for cystipigs. You honestly expect me to share a berth with some junker flown by a freelancer? I'm a company man and I demand company accommodations. Auntie Cleo would give you such a withering glare if she saw how you treated her two-time employee of the month. Yes, that is me. You signed a social contract when you gave me clearance to land. I asked for what is mine by right. Room to breathe. A heated berth, so I can walk around barefoot and service with a smile. You've given me 1 out of 3. I'll give you until I hit send to rectify this error. Don't bother, we're on our way. Hey, I landed like 15 minutes ago and this crazy guy with no shoes on has been throwing shit at my rig. Like actual shit. Can I open fire or what? Man, the stuff you have to deal with. Who are these guys?
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today?
Unimpound my ship? Anyway, I'm just trying to get my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sonita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Why can't you take incident reports?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
I bet you got seized contraband from all over the system locked up back there.
Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here.
Oh. Oh, that's too bad. What if I was here to claim some of the contraband? And I'm not saying that I am, but just assuming that I wanted to claim some.
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then.
Okay. Never mind. Do I ask about tours? No.
All right.
So you get a lot of traffic in the station. It must keep you busy, right?
Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless.
Why not as many freighters?
Search me. I mean, don't search me, because that's my job. Get it? I reckon you'd have to ask the folks in Byzantium.
Okay, see you around. You look like the more important person.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
Well, maybe I'm feeling insecure. You're in charge of security around here. Can I come to you for a hug? Let's see. So what's it like working... No, I'm not going to ask that. Tell me about the bounty poster.
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Why don't you send one of your people to apprehend him?
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
I gotta love the bureaucracy. I'll take the posting. Maybe I can take care of that.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head. Or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Okay, I'll be on my way. So there's a workbench over there. Wait. Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Okay. Could you please not discuss that in front of the security people? Yeah, I don't think we can do that right now, because I don't have a disguise, and I haven't been told how to use them. We'll get on that eventually.
Signal the other day, it was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Howdy.
Asshole.
Move along.
Okay, sorry for pointing a gun at you. Alright, let's see. I have 2 markers here. Ooh.
Try not to be
Look at all the
distracted by
lights.
the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Now with 12% more crunch.
Cool, there's a rest and go. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I see. Okay, so I need to talk to Udom Bedford. That's over there. And Gladys is over here. That makes sense. In the rest and go? That makes sense. So that's where I want to go first. Let's talk to the smuggler person first.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no Mercury in Saltuna.
And no Mercury in Saltuna.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
I like it. So how's life on the Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
So how does Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Huh. Not sure that explained it. What's this Sublight you talked about?
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Huh. Do you do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Huh. Alright. I guess you're the right one to ask. I'm looking for someone named Gladys. Are they around here?
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Okay, thank you. It's Joe Random Spacer. How's it going?
Got my sights on you.
Man, there's a lot of sprats in here. What's up here? More quarters. Oh, it looks like there's quarters here I can have.
Even the air costs money here.
Someplace I can sleep. It was just on the dumpster, so it's like free to take, right? Howdy.
If you ever hard up for work, try Sublight Salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
Pay to view movies. Pay to view serials. Let's hack it. Check guest messages. From Veritas Subject, be careful. One of UB's squealers came asking after you, wanted to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like. Tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal chute. Huh. It's Iceman. Icy. Been a while since I heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Dashkovo right now. Hope it goes well. I've got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. Just a storage room. But it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing, just let me buy you a beer. Mr. McRed, we have reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizzo beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea the samples you sent us were dangerously hallucinogenic, that might have been the point. The unopened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Please don't reach out to us again. No cartridges in stock. My big canid friend. A lab-grown giant canid goes on an adorable rampage, leading a family of scientists on a wild chase across Emerald Vale. Spending the holiday away from home proves to be a chore, but the family soon realizes that true friends are the monsters you meet along the way. Rated FSR 11 for fun times, simulated rampage, and body count 11. Nannerspank 7. Primal Affections. Oh my. Synopsis. Raised by wilderness primals, one man will leave the jungle he knows to explore the one he doesn't. Keystone. He came for Nannerspank, but stayed for love. Came for Nanner... What? Can a young corporate executive collar this creature, or will she awaken the beast within? Rated PACNS for passion, anthropod, and consensual nanner spanking. Wow, okay. Man. That's some quality content right there. Alright, let's see if we can find Gladys. What the heck? Ah! You're the one I'm looking for.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Is it because they're bought in a store? Is that your secret recipe? Oh, she sells stuff. Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
So you're trying to tell me it's going to cost me?
Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Yeah, 10,000 bits, no. I've been spending my bits keeping my weapons upgraded and keep tinkering with them. I don't have anything close to that kind of money. Probably bad form to ask for a discount. Lady, no one's ever found my bits lacking. Now, tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Lady, I'm as flexible as you need me to be. What's the details?
Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
No.
Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Alright. I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abandoned outpost? Corporate secrets? Alright, I'll check that out. As soon as I get my ship unimpounded.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Anyway, before we go any further, what have you got for trade?
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Let's see. Some data pads here. Interesting. I have to look into that. Well, I don't have the money for those, but they might be leads to something interesting. When I get more money, I'll have to come back and buy that stuff. Which I do not have more money yet. Alright, so I haven't done much fighting things, just talked to a lot of people here, but I think I'm going to be done for today. There's a lot more to explore here, a lot more people to talk to. Obviously, I have to talk to that one person to get my ship unimpounded before I can go anywhere further. But, you know, on this ship, on the Groundbreaker, there's a lot to explore. I have something to do to help out Parvati. She wants to talk to some engineer here. And I have to try and sneak into back area to get access to the ship manifests to get a lead for Vic or Max. Lots of stuff to do, and we'll start into it next time on Amon Chooses The Outer Worlds.